Casildo, I want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC, and going to be doing your pitching analysis today. First off, we're just going to work our way through the delivery and talk about a few different things as you deliver this pitch. So, first thing we're looking at is for you to get into the balanced position. You do a great job of really keeping your weight back. You got that little slight sink of the knee. We lift, good load, and what we'll do is we draw a line up through the center of the body right here, and as you can see, I mean the majority of your body is right over the center of this line, which means that your weight is in a great position. Really looking for a balanced position, solid balanced position at the beginning of the delivery, and at the end we'll talk about having a great balanced position, which the finish is you have a flawless finish your delivery, but we'll get to that here in a minute. We talk about going to home plate right now, the directional phase. And as we frame by frame you out, I want to point out this deal you do here to keep your weight back, and you almost keep your weight back to a fault. I feel like you could do a better job with your top half, staying a little bit more upright. Okay, just being a little bit more upright as opposed to being so tilted back. Okay, your hips are fine, but your top half stays on that tilt so long that you never really ever get your full top half into the pitch. And so I'd like to see here is the hip tilt happen. But let's go ahead and get your top half just upright a little bit more. Try to stay over your belly button. If you think about that on your line to home plate, if we can just stay over your belly button, maybe your chin just in line with it, so you're just slightly behind. But as you can see, you got some work to do with that. That right there really just takes a lot of dry work. You can do some mirror work just to look at yourself in the side of the mirror, or from the side in the mirror as you make your way towards home plate, and just play around with your top half. You do a great job of getting extension here. Really like you got the long arm in the back. Don't really have the pause, and then you match it up with that long arm in the front. We're in line with the foot as we travel out. That foot and that glove stays together. Really like to see that. It means you're getting that full extension with that front side, yet you're still staying on line. Okay, we're gonna move on to foot strike here, and I wanna note just your line to home plate here. You're throwing across your body just a little bit. So ideally we'd like to see from that backside, that line comes straight out directly towards, splits the plate right in two. You're closed off a little bit. Best drill for you to do is just a T-line drill where you physically draw a line in the dirt off of the rubber, and then you do it with dry mechanics. So you're not even throwing a baseball. Give you immediate feedback of whether or not you're stepping left of the line, right of the line, or on the line. Ideally, we'd like to be on the line or as close to it as possible, with a heel to toe, so your foot's running perpendicular to the line, not closed off. You don't want to close off your delivery, like that foot to be able to come straight, toe pointed towards your pitcher, or towards the catcher, so you can really get the hips through and your lower half through. So again, we're gonna start talking about your top half here, and you'll just more or less just see what happens when you don't get that top half into the pitch. You're well behind your front leg. Okay, and now we start in the release point, and again you're not out there. Your hips, your back, your head, okay, at release should really be about on this line right here. Okay, so you really need to try to get extension, and that ball, as you can see, as that ball leaves your hand, you're underneath it right here. And that ball's about ready to come out of your hand. Fingers need to be on top of the baseball. That's just an absolute definite thing that you need to do. You need to be on top of the baseball, and you're not. You're underneath, which is going to cause a flat throw, or even a ball that's going to come up a little bit. And obviously, the goal of pitching is throwing that baseball down as far away from the hitter's hands as possible. So just need to do a better job getting extended out front, get that chest forward, get it over your front knee, get it over your front leg, towel drill, have a partner stand out there in front of you with the target, and just work on slapping through that target with some distance between your hand and that target. So you really got to work to get out there. Great finish. Your follow through and your finish is really good. I mean, as you can see here, you really do carry yourself out a little bit further. Just like to see you, be out there over that front foot a little bit sooner. Okay, but that's an excellent finish. Nice and clean, very good balance. So we'll go back to the delivery just to kind of do a quick review at the balance position. Okay, stay tall, upright, whether you're doing a high leg lift or a low leg lift. Okay, stretch or the wind up, you got to get to the top. You can't break your hands until you get to that top of the delivery, and Bill, you do that, or Casilda, you do that very, very well. As we move on, we talk about the directional phase. Now this is where you're going to need to do some work. Your hand separation's great. You got great drive with the lower half, but you're just dragging. You're not even dragging. You're just leaving that top half so committed to keeping your weight back that you never really get out to the front. Okay, and now we're just throwing really far back in the delivery. Just need to get that top half forward a little bit more. That's going to level out your shoulders, because as we turn, we want to have nice level shoulders, and your head has got to be forward over that front leg right there. So you just need to get forward a little bit. Mirror work is going to clean that up. Release. Fingers got to be on top of the baseball. Your fingers get on top. So as your fingers get on top, you should just be able to just visualize that line out of your hand of the ball going down, okay, and driving it into the target. Okay, nice low target, and then your finish is great. So, want to thank you for coming out to camp. I hope you learned a little bit here today, and hope to see you out at camp again sometime soon.